my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones, cause God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Son of finesse. Who are you? Stop it, quiet. If it's new, I didn't.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. He did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The Panthers have the first, it's a gain of 12.
And the Panther first down.
McCaffrey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A big run there. 29 yards and a first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Kind of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they work this out past the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to tailback. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Will Lutz lining up for
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
For Carolina.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped.
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat in the driveway to get at the 25-yard line. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw.
Got a man, it's Jeudy, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do on this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
For the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They're on the 23-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And this one incomplete.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
The 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Prescott now on second down. Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Prescott yet again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. So we reach halftime. Third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter three is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd and short. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
That's the second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Prescott from the gun on third. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The tailback.
For finding his way open and completing the connection.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about to get a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
At the 25-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Out of the gun now on third down. They got his man complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Recovered by Carolina.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Good go. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Prescott on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Prescott's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them lead the game out that way.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Carolina.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Steps away to his left. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To the air again, Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Prescott off play action.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.